Not. I just read through the PDF.
Yeah, there's not much more to it than that. So
we've got our bubblegum. We all have 8 bubblegum?
Yes.
Start with 8 sticks.
Everybody starts with 8, yes.
Okay. And then there's like a D10 mechanic.
Yeah, you roll a D10 to do stuff. And if the number rolled is equal or, you're trying to either hit the number, beat or, be under the number of sticks you have left.
How do we lose sticks?
And how do we...
remind me?
Yeah.
Failures.
Okay. That's how you lose bubblegum. So if you are trying to do something that falls under the broad category of kicking butt, and that's up to you to convince me that you're kicking butt or not, then you want to be equal or less to the number of sticks bubblegum you have left. And if you're doing anything, if you're not kicking butt, you want to be equal or less. If you're kicking butt, you want to be greater.
Okay. So, like, the more failures you have, the more you will probably kick butt.
Yes. So eventually, when you're all out of bubblegum, all you will do is kick butt.
All you can really do, yes. So yes, when you're all out, you cannot.
Don't you die?
No, you don't. You just can't do anything that's not
intellectual.
Yeah, so you can't
think about bubblegum like cocaine. At a certain point, you have used up all of your stuff, and the only thing you can do is be right ragey, super
So you would not be able to write your doctoral thesis when you are all out of bubblegum.
What if your doctoral thesis is on kicking butt?
Yeah, and you write it in blood on the bodies of your enemies.
If you could somehow punch the keyboard,
yes,
in a very precise way.
Oh gosh, I am
all
so
the
you would be able to use a door handle, but if you were gonna jump kick through it, you pull that.
But if you're gonna suplex an elephant, being completely out of bubblegum,
you're fine.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, give me
Unless
the
you're
opportunity.
some kind of weakling.
So I don't know if anybody's got characters in mind at all. If you do, great. If you don't, that's cool too. We can make this episode on the fly. So it's a very
Badger Longstone.
Okay. Who is Badger Longstone?
That's who I am.
That's a damn good name.
Oh, I love.
He's the star of the Bayou Jackson series, which are a fantastic set of movies about a Creole boy who grew up out in a ramshackle shack. That's right, a ramshackle shack, and was drafted into the Nolans police department after he saved a supermarket that was full of expecting mothers that were being held by Haitian voodoo gang.
So
I have a question.
This is the show?
I have a question.
It's a movie. Movie series.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay, it's a movie series, yes.
I have a question.
That's just movie number 1, though. And that's the first 20 minutes.
Is Badger actually Featherbottom acting as Badger?
No.
We'll find out.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Because in my mind, Chauncey Featherbottom was a struggling theater actor who finally got his big break.
Okay. That's fair.
But maybe he's got cousins who were his connection to make it over to the States. You never know.
Or he's like Chauncey Featherbottom's like illegitimate brother.
Yeah, that could be.
All right. Well, if anybody else has any specific character stuff they want to touch on, I'll give you a chance in a sec here. So, all of you are in a large. It's kind of like a gym. It's almost like one of those like parkour sort of, centers, where the people practice all that ridiculousness. And you're there with a few other, there's a bunch of other people around. There's a table with a few different people sitting at it. They've all got, they've got water and, snacks and their phones out and stuff, and clipboards with paperwork on them. Some other people kind of mill about. There's some camera people and some lighting people. Just the standard stuff you'd see on like a television or movie set, but maybe a little less in depth. Like it's not, it's not a full production, but they definitely want to be able to film if they need to. So as you're standing there, this woman comes up with, short blonde hair, smoking a cigar, and says, "Well, I'm sure you all know who you are, but if you wouldn't mind reiterating for the panel before we begin, please go around, introduce yourselves and your bona fides before we start the competition here. And once everybody knows who you are, we'll get started." And you can see the panel kind of, put their phones down and grab their notepads and stuff, and they're looking at you. It's two men and a woman. One of them is an Asian man with a close cropped beard, kind of longer hair. The other man is indeterminate nationality, Caucasian, bald, large rings on one hand, kind of wearing a suit with the jacket removed. And the woman just looks like a standard, kind of office type, nothing too, distinctive about her. Welcome. Please, begin. Badger, we know who you are, of course. Star of film, screen.
That's right. Badger Longstone, star of the Bayou Billy movies, because I myself in a New Orleans boy.
Thank you.
Etouffee.
That's not the right person.
Beignet. Chicory.
I can go next.
All right. Yes, please.
Well, I guess you all know why I'm here. I'm here to do the thing, do it right, and make everyone, especially Mama back home, she gonna be so proud of her boy when she see that not only am I the star of the Bayou Billy franchise, but also I can do this thing right here. Zeta Reigns.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Bronson?
You can call me Baby Cakes. It's good to be back out in public again after doing that short stint in prison and then on house arrest with my dad. I could never be left home alone. But now I'm back and starring in the Street Fighting Man series. Everyone should know me from my latest appearance in Street Fighting Man Part 4. This time it's personal.
Right.
Also, I want to say that craft services accident was just an accident. There was nothing purposeful in that event. Hence the reason I only spent 7 months in the lockup.
We're not concerned. Thank you for letting us know. We do have.
But if you do mess with me, I will be pulling curtains.
Would anybody like to go next?
Yeah, I could go Flintlock Lock Rock. I would tell you all about my credentials, but I'd have to kill all of you. Suffice it to say that currently I have 2 jobs. I train survival and hand-to-hand combat skills. It's Navy SEALs, Delta Force, SAS, you name it. And as I'm sure you all know, I have a popular survivalist TV show where I take self-proclaimed malicious survivalist apocalypse folks out into the wild so that the rest of the world can watch them fail. It's a hoot.
Yes, yeah, I think I've I saw that in the hotel while I was between meetings. Thank you, Mr. Blackrock.
You come here. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, hi. I'm Cab Toyotathon. I woke up here. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm very into it. I like the vibe. I'm sure.
That's great. Well, that's
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
it's exciting. We need we want a variety of personalities, skills,
Yeah.
all that here. So appreciate
That's
that.
what I bring, variety.
Excellent.
I'm a walking variety pack. Cheetos, Doritos. Throw the other ones away.
All right. Looks like Mr. Jerkins last on the list here.
Hello, my name's Ed Jerkins Jr., star of the Wall Crusher trilogy. Perhaps you've seen my work in Hong Kong Charcuterie Cutie 1, 2, 5, 7, and 12. The lead in School Security Officer Holiday, and the voice of Wee Beholder Watkins on the D&D 3030 cartoon. Favorite meal? Country fried steak. Favorite drink? Some of that Bedrock Orange.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, we will begin shortly. We'll let the other team know that you are all ready. So feel free to, as we've previously discussed, Mr. Toyotathon, you may not be aware. From the sounds of it, we're having a little competition here. Your team will be competing against another group of stunt and action professionals, and the winning team is going to be we're not exactly sure what the project is going to be yet, but we do have a project slated, budgeted and all that stuff. So the winning team is going to be slotted into this project, schedules permitting, and we'll move you on. Yes, Mr. Bologna.
Yeah, this is one of those things where we have to hunt another human being for sport or for food, right? Because my parole officer says I can't do that no more.
No. This is a fully above board competition. We're just here, as you can see. We wouldn't be
3 years clean of hunting other human beings. That's why I got this little medal.
I wasn't aware that there was an organization that provided medals for that, but congratulations on your medal.
It's a big deal. Thank you.
Absolutely. 3 weeks at a time. That's what I do.
It's better than 3 bodies at a time.
That's the mantra.
All right. Well, so go ahead. We'll bring the other team in, and we'll get started shortly here, everybody. So if you have any, preparation, stretching, whatever you want to do, go ahead. So after a little bit of time,
Sherry.
Yes.
What is your name?
Sherry.
What is your name?
Sherry.
My beautiful Cherry.
Sherilyn.
Oh, Sherry.
You can call me
Sherilyn. You sweeter than a cup of Café du Monde.
I like to think that Colin just searched New Orleans and has a Wikipedia and it's just like,
Yeah. It's like a New Orleans word cloud.
Yes. All words vaguely. He was sometimes synonyms of words.
It's just Gambit with a concussion. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's very good to meet you, Sharon Lynn. I hope I see you later.
I think you will. All right. So then the other team comes in. Mostly Asian men, from what you can tell. There's a few other people in there, but they all look like the sort of people you've seen on various movie sets doing more the stunt side of things. They don't necessarily look like any of them would be leads, but
Is Chin Wan Poo there?
No.
Why not? He and Bronson are buddies. They did time together. Said about this.
It's a true story.
Nope, he is not here. As far as you can tell,
He didn't make it to 3 weeks. You had to go back to prison.
Local stuntman eats bus full of handicapped children. News at 11.
Dear God.
The other group is over there. They're all flexing and stretching and all this stuff, and then Sherilyn comes back out and says, "All right, we are ready to begin." As you can see on the other end of the course here, there is a small gold statue. I believe it's I don't know. We bought it at the gift shop at the airport. I don't know what it is. Somebody in production might know. I don't care. Anyway, you two. Yes, Mr. Bologna.
Is it real gold?
I highly doubt it. It's heavy, but we probably
could you get it in real gold?
I mean,
Preferably,
but we're not going to today.
Gold fillings of the dead.
I mean, we'll work with your agent on that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, I would like, essentially what we're going to have you do is your two teams are going to compete, get across the course. First one to get back here with the statue, their team is the winner, and you will move on to the next phase of the competition. So, everybody's ready. We will begin.
This is like that time I was on American Gladiator Warriors, and I kicked a guy out of a moving sphere onto a pyre. It was an accident.
I like that you almost made it through without laughing.
I'm so tired. Oh man.
Colin and I finally gave up yesterday because I was running after him and I saw him just start veering off to the right into the mine. And I woke up one time and I was just standing staring at a wall. I had no idea where I was, and I was like, maybe we should we call the mining?
So it's like Mines of Ambien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like 3:30, and I was like, hey, let's be functional tomorrow.
Oh my god. I'm so tired.
I don't know how you're on your game.
I remember yesterday when I said I don't know if after Mountain Monsters, I was like, I don't know if anything will touch as crazy as this is. And then yesterday happened and Chuck Tingle made an appearance.
I heard about
That was wild.
And I was like, okay, well,
wild.
I thought the second game would be like my arms are too short to box with God, and I was wrong. I have a feeling that Oz is going to be real weird.
Yeah.
Also, good to see Joel and Warrior. I have not seen you this weekend.
I know.
Hey.
All right, sorry.
Well, it's good.
No.
I feel like if you're ever in life or playing a video game, if you suddenly wake up and you find yourself glitching, you should go to bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Principle.
The end of the movie after that, so spoilers. But
sun's going down, big fella.
So you can see a digital timer counting down on either side of there's kind of, you're each on either side of this kind of starting area. The first set of obstacles, from what you can see, looks to be there's some balance beams, or like there's like a hanging grid with some rings. Basically, there's a few different ways you can get across this first obstacle, and it looks like below there's just water with probably some like dry ice going over it to for an effect. So you can't quite see what's below there, but it seems like water. Everything's padded, so it's not like they're trying to hurt you with the equipment anyway. So that's the first set of that's the first part of this obstacle course that you're being asked to get through. Now this is, everybody, Sherilyn says, this is going to be full contact. So and as you know, you all signed off on this, you all agreed to it before you came. Mr. Toyotathon, I don't know if you recollect that, but we do have a signed document from you stating that you agree to this. So hopefully that's still all right with you.
Did you find my socks?
I'm sorry?
Did you find my socks?
Oh, yes. Andy. And then a PA kind of shuffles off into the background and comes back with two 70s style calf height athletic socks, the red and white stripes.
Oh, well, shit. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that one.
No. Yeah. We try and do our best for everybody here involved. So, all right. Well, we'll start the timer. So you'll have 15 seconds. Yes, Mr. Bologna.
Is it okay if I go barefoot?
If you like, yes.
I have strong toes.
Excellent. That should be interesting for everybody to see. So yes, the panel will watch your performance and we'll decide who the winner is. The winner will likely be the person or the team that gets the statue, but depending on other factors, we may decide to make a call on that. So, all right.
So
yes, Mr. Bologna.
So we can physically hurt other people in this competition on the other team?
Yes. I mean, we don't want any.
How bad can we hurt them?
Well, we would prefer that nobody has to go to the hospital here.
Well, so no morgue, no hospital.
Ideally, yes. Of course.
What if they get hit by a car?
I don't see how that would happen in this space, but
what if it's a craft service truck?
Well, we don't have one of those either. So
accidentally drowned.
Ideally, no. We would.
That's my misadventure from dolphins.
I don't think our insurance covers that one.
Just checking.
No, appreciate that.
What if they eat a battery?
What if they eat a battery?
Like a 9-volt.
I mean, I guess that would be. I mean, so is somebody forcing them to eat the battery?
Maybe if it goes down wrong.
Yeah, let's avoid that.
And then no one knows the Heimlich or has been trained in CPR.
I mean, we do have a few medics on site, so hopefully, if it comes to that, we'll be okay.
Yeah, what happens if somebody had a little bit too much of that great blue Dini and just have a heart attack?
Well, that I think would be, that would be very tragic and unfortunate, but I don't feel.
Also shows they're too weak to win this show.
That's the man right there that's taking a couple rainbow punch to the face and not even thought about it. I like your style, Flintlock Lock Rock.
Okay, well, what if someone gets lost on the course and misses out on the year's best deals this November through January?
Well, you know what? Let's begin.
Count it down. And let's begin I need to kick some butt, Matt.
Yes, the clock has started, and all right, the clock hits 0, and a little alarm goes, and the other team just starts trucking. What are you all going to do? So in front of you is a there's a number of balance beams. There's a grid hanging above. There's also some like gymnastics type rings that you could swing across with.
Is there a craft services table?
You could. There is, but it's in the other room.
I'm gonna go get that so I can throw it like a javelin.
All right, so you have no problem going to get it, though the PAs and other crew members are very confused and not happy about it. A charcuterie plate falls to the ground. A bunch of those half bottles of water scatter everywhere. They're not happy about it, but it is what it is. So you've managed to get the craft services table into the arena. What are you going to do with it now that you have it there?
I am going to wait until I see them climbing and don't have use of their hands, and then I'm literally going to throw it at them like a fucking javelin.
All right, well, give me a roll.
10-sider, right? And I want to roll above an 8.
10-sider, you want to roll above an 8 or equal to? I think I'll take equal to
10. Yeah.
Let me just double check this and see if that's let's see here. Yes. All right. So you succeed. There are a number of guys working their way across, and your table flies across. It actually, rather than like a javelin, you kind of sidearm it so it spins.
Like Bunny Kozar?
Sure. So it kind of goes like a just it's flying through the air and knocks 2 of the guys who are working their way across the grid down. One falls hard on his back onto the balance beam and then down into the water. The other one falls
I can't go back to prison.
Falls onto one of the other guys as he's running across the balance beam, and they both go tumbling, but one of them manages to kind of hang on. So he's just hanging off the balance beam. The other one falls into the water. It's hard to tell how whether he's still in the fight or not. So
I will also look at my teammates and say, "Could someone help me climb? I've never learned how to climb."
I'll walk over to Baby Cakes and just kind of gesture like this, and I'll have a little mirror come out and say, "Why don't you take a little rip of this Poposaurus Rex and see how climbing works for you?"
Is that from donuts? I do love donuts.
Absolutely.
So
Powdered
I'll eat this powdered sugar.
I mean, do you really have a mirror with Kool-Aid on it, or is this street terms for something else?
I'll never tell. You just picture that as craft services from the great state of Texas.
So it's like meth.
It's a little bit of everything. It's a variety.
Yeah.
Like
One might say a cornucopia.
a cornucopia.
A general potpourri.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet.
What effect would you expect this to have on Baby Cakes there, Mr. Jerkins? Based on your experience.
Oh, I would say he gets Ripper on ready to go. He ain't never climbed nothing, but I could call him King Kong after this. take a big old handful of that wall and you go after it, baby cake.
Yeah, I imagine like he doesn't even use the grid or the things. He literally just pushes his fingers through the drywall and climbs up the side somewhere, just going anywhere. He doesn't even know where at this point.
All right, so Baby Cakes is working his way across like a meth-addled Spider-Man. What's everybody else doing?
That's a what if I need to read.
Having seen the two opponents go in the water and one hanging onto the balance beam above the water, Flintlock goes into the water like crocodile style, is going to come up from underneath the dude hanging on to the balance beam and like choke grip, pull him into the water for the death roll to make sure that he cannot get the.
All right, I'm just going to give you that one because it seems pretty straightforward given the situation and your abilities. What do you do with him once you have him in the water?
I mean, you said we don't. We were told we don't want people to die.
Correct.
So I'm just choking him out.
Okay.
And then I'll chuck him up on the side, and then like back low, like barely any of me poking out of the water, looking for the next opponent that I can smash and dispatch.
That's 3 of the 5 opponents that you potentially had who are probably done. Now the other 2 are working their way. They've made it past this first obstacle. The second area is just a lot of, it's kind of like a little parkour course sort of deal, just a bunch of boxes and drops and stuff that you climb and jump and whatever over. Looking like at the end there's a large set of scaffolding that goes up about 4 stories, and you can see the statue at the top of there. So right now these guys are working their way through the parkour area, and I will say that all of you but Flintlock have made it into that area past the first obstacle. So
do we ask if we can shoot people? We don't want to kill them, but we can shoot people, right?
You have no guns.
No gun?
Wound.
I always leave that gun on me, son.
Well,
I can just imagine him pulling like a crossbow out of somewhere.
The laws of the particular country that you find yourselves in are subject to change based on funding and other factors, but that would be maybe a bridge too far currently. So
all right. I'm just gonna like take the mirror and just like crack it in half. And I'm just gonna start winging pieces of this cut up mirror at these guys that are trying to climb.
All right. Well, I am gonna call that kicking ass. So hit me with a roll.
It's my pleasure to kick ass. I rolled a 7.
Unfortunately, the mirrors miss them, but it does draw the attention of one of the guys, and he stops moving towards the goal to turn around and kind of gets into a fighting stance. So he's apparently decided to make this into something.
Am I close enough?
Wait, am I not supposed to roll below? I thought I was supposed to roll below.
You were trying to kick ass, so you needed to roll over. So
kicking butt, you roll over. Not kicking butt, you roll below.
Can I get in a position where I can?
So you've also now lost a stick of gum.
Gotcha.
Can I get in a position of climbing on the drywall where I can just drop my body butt first, like Mario style, onto this guy who's threatening my now erstwhile drug dealer, Ed Jerkins Jr.?
Well, let's give Badger and Cab a chance to act. We'll see where you're at. So
perfect.
I think Cab weighs the obstacle ahead of him, and he reaches down into the front of his pants and he pulls out a beer and he cracks the beer, and then he like climbs the grid toward this ready and waiting dude with one hand. He's got a beer in one hand. He's chugging it on the way up.
All right. And Badger?
So, how many enemies do we have, or
There's
opponents do we
there's
have in
just
front of
two
us?
left that you can see.
All right. I whip out of my Louisiana man purse. I whip it out a bottle of a square bottle full of crystals, and I spray it in his eyes, and I say, "Oh, that's a spicy." And then I give him a swift kick in the family jewels right before the Bodine. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I'm just going to let you take that one. He is now
Mardi Gras.
clenched over and blind, or hunched over and blind, grabbing his crotch. He's having a bad time. And at this point, Mr. Baby Cakes realizes that he is just about over where this guy has found himself, more or less immobile. So what would you like to do?
I would like to just pull my fingers out of the drywall and just let myself drop. But first, like Mario, also I'm going to use one hand to protect my chocolate starfish, so he doesn't enter me like I'm reverse giving birth to a small Asian man, because this has happened before.
All right. Well,
I don't know what's happening right now.
You land hard on this man, and realize that this set is probably not built as strongly as it needed to be, because you both shoot through the plywood that makes up the floor and into just kind of a dead space underneath.
Is this the back rooms?
He's out. If he's not out, he's acting like he is.
How's my butt?
And you are.
Does it hurt real bad?
No, your butt's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
If not, I was gonna pull a fucking tater move and just lay on the floor holding my butt for the next 20 minutes where the rest of the final battle takes place.
Well, you're not sure how to get out of here.
Well, I don't know how to climb.
Right.
We've established this lore. I don't know how to climb.
You're just in a hole, essentially. So
I'm a chunky bald boy going, help me. I don't know how to climb. I'm out of powdered sugar.
We'll come back to you and see what happens. In the meantime, the last guy is now, climbing up the scaffolding like crazy. He's going to get to the statue pretty quick here. What would you all like to do in this instance? And you have managed to catch up with everybody else.
Matt, just to be clear, the goal is to get the trophy and bring it back, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Flintlock is going to scope out a path to bring it back. And rather than doing the obstacle course, he's going to jog up and around to where the trophy area, the path that comes away from it.
Okay.
And he's just going to lie in wait to take this dude out.
You do essentially have to go back through the obstacle course the other way to return the trophy is the intent. So you can find a spot like that somewhere on the course for sure.
Okay, so he's got to come back down the scaffolding.
Yeah, he's got to go back through you guys and back, through all the stuff and across the water pit.
So yeah, he's just gonna climb out of the obstacle course, go around, and set up camp at the bottom of the scaffolding, looking up like, go get my trophy.
All right.
He forces this guy to go to get the trophy for him. Like, all right, we'll murder you. Go get my trophy.
I'll be here. Go get my trophy.
All right, Ed, Badger, Cab, you gonna do anything, or are you just waiting to see how this plays out?
Cab will try to ascend the scaffolding, but like on his way there, he'll look down into the hole that Bronson's created, and he'll drop the half beer he has left down there, like stay hydrated, and
Thank you.
and then he'll try to climb the scaffolding. Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I want to get to that for some reason. I don't know. Childhood trauma, probably, but I don't.
Ed?
How wide exactly is this scaffolding? Are we talking about like one single tower? Or are we talking about, is this like a whole wall full of scaffolding?
It's so like you've got your normal scaffolding, you know.
Yeah. Is it a single? Is it double,
like,
triple?
It's like 4 of those wide, and it kind of alternates back and forth. So you can't.
Right.
There's not really ladders, but you can.
I thought maybe it was just a little, straight up tower, and you're going back and forth. And I thought, hey, you know what we could do here is we could just topple that whole tower over and bring that bad boy to me.
I mean, you could try.
I think I need a lot more Kool-Aid to do that. And maybe that Big Baby Cakes boy. Yeah, I think. I think maybe I'll just see how this plays out. Seeing as I can't shoot anybody, it eliminates a couple of my options. But I do also like punching people right in the face, so I'll let him run.
All right.
No need to exhaust myself.
I think Flintlock Rock's got a good idea. It's like when somebody comes buzzing by you way too fast on the highway, you just say, "Run, rabbit, run." You let Smokey take care of that boy, and then you come right past him. I'll get where I need to go on time.
You got anything planned, Badger? Or are you also gonna wait?
Nah, not me, not the Badger boy. I'm gonna take my bottle of crystals, extra spicy. I'm gonna throw it like what them boomerang boys do down in Australia here. And I'm gonna try hit him in the back of the skull, right in the sweet spot. See if he don't drop like a leaping lemur from the tree.
All right, that one I'm gonna make you roll for.
You got it, sir. Done rolled a 5. The devil got me.
So you get close, but it misses and shatters in front of him, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And at this point, scrambles up the last couple deals to grab the statue, and starts working his way down. So he's going to be coming by you shortly, Flintlock. What do you want to do when he goes by, or what do you plan to do here? He's kind of working his way down the.
So essentially, when he gets low enough, I'm going to do jumping shoulder tackle into his gut and just take his ass down, followed by like a couple just quick sharp strikes. Make sure he's not getting up again.
All right, you want to give me a roll for that?
Yeah. Can I argue that this is not kicking butt because this is just business?
All right, I will accept that rationale in this instance.
I rolled a 6.
All right, so you actually, once he grabbed the statue, you had scrambled up a little ways, so you're still on the scaffolding when you grab him and start your attack. What happens here then is after you tackle him and hit him with a couple punches, you go through the scaffolding and are now falling down towards the ground with this guy under you.
As it is meant to be.
Yes. So,
it was written.
You're falling. He's got the statue for the moment. When you hit the ground, he's obviously not getting back up, and the statue is actually broken into a few pieces. But you can just grab the largest one if you want. And I assume you're going to try and make your way back to the.
Yeah, I got 2 hands.
No,
All right.
wait, Black Rock. Hold on. Let me do my specialty. I want to go over there and scoop him up and carry him like go back towards the beginning as he clutches the thing. I got my cigar. I'm gonna reach in one pocket, pull out a little M80 and throw it behind me so I get a nice little explosion behind me.
I'm not used to feeling safe and comforted like this. It's kind of nice.
You get used to it.
You've all now you've made it back to the starting area. They have removed a side of the set to free baby cakes from the hole he had found himself in, and you're back in front of the panel. Like, well, I think it's unanimous amongst us. You are who we want for this project. So what we'll do is we're gonna shut down for the day, let everybody have a chance to recover. We've got a whole dinner set up for you guys. So if you guys get all your stuff together, and we'll have the cars take you out to the dinner, and we'll meet up again tomorrow and start going through all the details of this project, if that's all right with everybody.
Sounds good. Outcome was never in question.
Sound good to me.
Do we get paid for today?
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
Paid and glory.
What are we going to be having at this dinner? Is there going to be gumbo, jambalaya, boudin?
No, they're not showing Disney.
Maybe.
Boudin.
I'm
talking
not
about?
sure. I'll talk to the team and find out what is slated. But I think there's going to be quite a bit of variety. I'm not sure if they'll have any gumbo, however, unfortunately.
Well, if they need me to make a jambalaya, I can do that. Yeah, I got some white rice, Sami. I got some okra, some butter, some sausage and bacon.
All right.
I also got Creole, cayenne, garlic, and onion. I got the jumbo shrimp, the Chinese shrimp. I got the chili shrimp, boiled shrimp, the potty shrimp, the German shrimp. I got that muddy shrimp for sure. Even a little frozen shrimp. I got the shrimp called prawn. So yeah, you need me to make jambalaya. You know that Badger Long Stone is here. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Bologna.
I have an allergy to seafood.
Okay. Yes, I believe we have that in your file, so there should be some options for you.
Well, I really like the jambalaya idea.
I'm glad I gave him that.
I can make you a jambalaya because I can do it.
Fin, then. We could have had a whole mess of problems.
I can make a jambalaya with some. I can make jambalaya with chicken, with white rice, with okra, with butter, with onion, sausage, bacon, the Creole, the cayenne, and the garlic.
The area.
But I won't put in the shrimp. I won't put in the jumbo shrimp. I won't put in the Chinese shrimp. I won't put in. I can't stop.
So they've got you all. They've got you all in the. It's more like an airport van than a limo, but it's nice.
This is the nicest van I've ever been in.
This is a nice ride.
Any effects that you came with, you now have. So if you had any guns that you brought with you on an airplane, Ed, you would have those again. And they take you to this really, really nice restaurant. You've got a private room in the restaurant. All the drinks and food you could want, whatever you need, they're serving you. You're just having essentially a party, just enjoying yourselves. The servers are bringing stuff in and out. You do notice that all the servers are wearing not like surgical masks, but there's a virus going around, so they're just being careful. They're being polite, so you're just having a time. As the evening progresses, you start to notice that you're feeling really, really drowsy, and one by one.
I don't get drowsy. I stay drowsy.
One by one, you all pass out.
Shoot people here.
I feel more stuffed in a platter of boudin.
Boudin.
Jokes on
I'm
them.
gonna
I
say
passed out
boudin.
45 minutes in. Idiots.
Cab
Boudini
Toyota's
is
gone.
the
He real
sausage
tired.
musician.
That's why I
Hey.
think it's Featherbottom's illegitimate brother doing this.
Nah. We call it boudin now. We took a vote.
Boudin or poutine?
Everyone was like, Badger, why you keep saying boudin instead of boudin? And I say, don't it sound better here? And they say, oh yeah. And then we took a vote, yeah. And then we all changed it. It's the power of committee, y'all.
So some indeterminate amount of time later, you have all now woken up in basically a concrete
Whoa.
room. There's like
Is this where concrete people live?
There's
allergic to concrete.
doors and windows.
I was born in concrete.
But from what you can see, you are on like it's a pretty tall kind of industrial building if you do go and look out. So you wouldn't be able, there's no way to get down other than going through the inside of this building that you can see. At this point you realize that there is a little not a laptop, I guess. More, it's one of those portable like DVD players that's sitting on a table across the room from all of you. So what would you like to do?
Are you sawing us, Matt? Are we being sawed right now?
Would you like to play a game?
Would you
Yeah.
like to engage in a competition?
I only know how to use Laserdisc.
You can do whatever you like here. If you want to just leave, certainly start doing that.
Cab wakes up, checks for pants, like slight relief.
Roll the check for pants.
Goes over to the DVD player and he's like, "Sweet, free DVD player," and he just grabs it.
Very well.
I can just imagine you trying to fit it into pants that are not on. Carry it out.
Once Cab grabs the DVD player, you hear a crackle and notice that there are loudspeakers also around the place, as well as a number of security type cameras, pretty much everywhere. So in every room.
Back in prison. This was a trick. I didn't mean to hurt those guys. This is entrapment. If they were cops, they had to tell me.
That is true.
No.
If you're law enforcement, you have to let us all know.
No.
Yeah. I done learned
and
that.
the last
hard
time
way.
I went to court for throwing, and the last time I went to court
Even
for throwing a craft services table, I was told all I would get was community service. This feels bad.
No, it is very bad for you, Mr. Baloney. But
I don't understand accents. You need to speak English with no accent. I can't understand the accent.
I do not have an accent.
I look around the room. I'm like, back me up here. This guy's got an accent.
Yeah, we all got accents. Yeah, I think that's part of the thing.
Nah, he don't have no accent, y'all.
That I have always had. Everybody where I come from talks like this. But let's not get mired in the details. Everybody. Now, Mr. Toyotathon, you may have the DVD player. That is just fine. I do not mind. You may keep that. assuming you
Whoa, what do I get?
your life if you are lucky. Now,
What else?
that's
I already had that.
that is it.
Do
That
I
is all-
get? I
all I
need
have
a new
to offer
laser. What about Laserdisc player? I broke mine.
You know, I will see if my grandma perhaps has one of those in storage when we are all done here. Now, as you may have surmised,
Yeah, we can all use a little Yan Yap of that DVD player, y'all.
you have proven yourselves to be the
I have
best.
some batteries for remote control. Is there
We
a
can
door
all
in this
use a
room?
little
Oh yeah,
battery.
you can just leave. You can just go into the other room. I mean,
Say
there's
what?
nothing.
I will literally walk to the other room. Is there walking by the camera going, is there food?
Where's craft services?
Yeah.
You can still hear the.
Is there a craft service table in the other room?
You
If
can
you work
still
for
hear
craft
the voice.
services, you have to tell me if you work for craft services.
Whatever room you go into, you can hear this voice. So,
Is there a craft services table?
there's
In the
not
next
a craft services table anywhere.
Is there a table in the next room?
In the
Are
next
there craft slices in the next room, Matt?
No, there are not.
No
sadly.
craft.
No.
This is why no one DMs for us, Ben.
Now, I believe you may have all surmised that the
I will
goal.
peek my head through the door and go, there's no table.
Feel free, wander, explore. There's lots to see, but I don't know how much you like any of it. The goal is to survive. Now, you have proven that you are the best.
I will immediately punch the nearest other PC and say like this.
No. You don't need to. You can work as a team.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Wait, who'd you hit?
Whoever was closest.
Take your pick.
Whoever wants me to hit them.
Cab puts up the DVD player. As
Yeah, I'll punch the Sorry.
Look, you know what? It's fine. We can afford.
We're gonna win this by frustrating the mastermind and going, just get the fuck out of here.
That was only like $50, and honestly, I stand to make much more than that from this little endeavor. Now, I have some of the most affluent and shall we say loose moraled people from around the world. They're all seeing every moment of this, and
is my lawyer Jerry here? Hi, Jerry.
I believe that he is.
I thought he would be. Hi, Jerry.
Yeah, no, I believe that he is. I'll have to check. We have a number of people at remote locations as well, some streaming, and they're all going to gamble on a series of events featuring you. We were not expecting such a prestigious
$10 on Flint Rock
of C and D list performers here.
Whoa.
I made the D list
of reality television. Honestly, we didn't expect any of y'all sign up, but here you are, and we're gonna make the most of this. So, please proceed through the building if you like. Otherwise, my man will come to you, and whoever's left at the end of all this is declared the winner. So, feel free.
Did he
So
take
what do you want?
guns? Am I gunless again?
No, you do have guns if you brought any with you.
My hands are neither cold nor dead. Yes, I've got a gun.
Well, his arms are made of guns. From the shoulder down, it's just guns taped together. You never noticed before, the Footlock's entire arm is just made of gun.
I ain't got no guns, but I done got here knives.
Oh.
I've got a trench coat full of knives.
Yeah, I will say that Ed Jerkins Jr. is like the stereotype of having like when they're like, no, keep going. They're like, the little thing behind it here and the hair and the little,
I'm going to rip this door apart, and I'm going to rudimentarily fashion a club from the door and the
I
doorknobs.
thought you were gonna
So
say
the
yours
doorknobs
table.
are at the end.
I mean, it's like this was obviously stuff was made here. So yeah, you could easily fashion like if there's
If
wood,
I can, I would
there's
prefer to have
rebar,
a metal bar that I can put a cinder block on the end of.
yeah, you've managed to
Well, I'll
make
say this.
a block hammer.
You know, baby cakes, that could be a real good table, yeah? And you real good with them tables, yeah?
I want to see, is it a hollow door or is it a full door?
No, it's like a steel industrial door.
A steel table, yeah.
I want to see if I can wrap it or put it on my back.
Yeah, you managed to get it attached to your back.
I look like a turtle.
You don't look like a big old snapper.
All right. Well, now in the loudspeakers crackle to life again. In the interest of keeping my patrons entertained, we're gonna start the festivities right now.
Is this the weekends?
And you hear off in the distance what sounds like a bunch of people running.
I don't do marathons.
Do you want to try and move to a different part of the building, or you gonna hole up where you're at?
Yeah,
I say we stay here and laissez les bon temps brûler.
Damn
Let the good times roll, y'all.
Cab, do you have a gun?
No, I have. Cab does have.
Does he have pants?
He's got a DVD player.
Cab has pants. He has a broken DVD player, and he has 3/4 of a case of Coors Light. It's unassuming, but it's if you take a closer look, you'll see that the mountains have not turned blue. So it's in what Cab likes to call the danger zone. That is some warm, skunky beer.
Can I go DVD?
I'm just remembering the time I visited my dad, and he was regaling me and Danny with the story of how he went to the liquor store and they had a pallet of about to expire beer, and he talked them down on it.
Not all heroes wear capes
or pants.
Or pants.
Or pants.
For real.
Well, Cab, I think that if you got some danger zone beverages right there, we might be able to have a little fun with some of these boys coming through the door. You ever shoot skeet before?
Yeah, like twice a day.
You ever shoot humans before? Because you're about to.
God damn it. Ed's just gonna like pull out a couple guns.
Yeah, you can hear him getting closer, and there's you didn't you maybe noticed, but there is a hole in the ceiling as well. Maybe they would lower things into this room, so they could potentially come from any direction, really. They're getting closer. You start to see off in the distance some of them coming. It's again just a bunch of various dudes, like tank tops and combat pants, street clothes, essentially, just a variety. But they're coming. It doesn't look like any of them have weapons.
Oh Lord, they coming.
That you can see, but when some of them get closer and notice that there's a dude holding a freaking sledgehammer made out of a cinder block, some of them start grabbing, random stuff from around the
I asked Cab Toyotathon if he'll hold my hammer and if I can borrow his DVD player.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I'm going to use that thing like a fucking morning star from the cord. I'm just going to be like whipping it around, beating dudes with this broken ass DVD player.
All right, well, give me a roll.
And the whole time I'm going, baby cakes, baby cakes, baby cakes, baby cakes. Oh, I rolled a 10.
Oh shit!
210.
So yeah, you're clocking dudes left and right. They're you're hitting them. They're doing full John Woo backflips when they get hit in the head, and so you're. I mean, but there's dozens of guys just coming. So you're working your way through them, but you'll get overwhelmed. So what's everybody else going to do?
Cab is going to, because they're kind of coming from all directions. Cab is going to break his light promise and put the sledgehammer down, and he's going to to me it's like a hallway type thing. He's going to like finish tearing off the front of the case of Coors Light, and then he's going to like just like kind of do that, and he's going to sort of Home Alone the charging onslaught with cans of warm Coors Light rolling toward them on the floor.
All right, I'm going to give you that one for free. There is some full-on Home Alone style stuff where people are just like a dude slips on one and literally just falls on his neck, on the back of his neck. One of the other guys goes over face first and hits his face on a table, so yeah, if you managed to knock a few out, there's still cans rolling around.
Yeah, that's what they call the danger zone.
All right, what are the rest of you doing?
How many of them fallen down during this thing, and how many of them still alive?
Oh, they're still coming. There's a bunch of guys on the way.
Well, anybody that didn't trip on this little Macaulay Culkin antics over here, anybody just falling on the ground, didn't break their neck conveniently.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna walk around and play cleanup duty with my 6 shooters up. I'm just, somebody's got to hit lead off and somebody's got to hit cleanup.
Yeah. All right.
I'm helping with cleanup, but I'm not wasting bullets.
Oh, it's never a waste if you get the job done.
We might need those later.
X or what?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Badger, what you got?
I'm gonna take out my two biggest knives, the ones with the spiky ends on the one side, y'all, and I'm gonna run at these Connie bourrées, and I'm gonna scream out, "Pinch the tail and suck the head," and I'm gonna get to slicing, making myself a fine etouffee.
I do like that by the end of this, we will have angered everyone.
Yeah.
Which really does make it a good 80s action movie.
Yes. All right. Well, again, these guys aren't useless, but they're outmatched by you guys. So yeah, you're just slicing and dicing, and
I'm picturing them as small baby gators, so I'm just cutting through them like a hot knife through butter, y'all.
Is it wrong that I'm picturing your character as just
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, Chance Boudreaux.
Yeah. That's all I can think of right now.
Target.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. He a cultural icon.
What? Your name
or
name you Chance. God, my mama Tupon.
Or Patrick Swayze in Next of Kin.
Oh, that a family favorite around my parts, y'all. Liam Neeson, he a great Cajun man. Everyone think he Irish, he not, he Cajun.
I wish he would have used his Cajun accent when he played fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
Well, maybe he'll use it when he reboots Naked Gun.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's gonna be
all right. Yeah, so you're tearing through these guys. They're still coming. The loudspeaker once again crackles to life. Well, I probably should have assumed that you would succeed like this. Yeah, Yes, Mr. Bologna.
Can I have another DVD player? This one's broken.
No, you may not. And also, I wish to advise you that your lawyer Jerry is quite perturbed.
Hi, Jerry.
He had bet against you in this particular instance and has lost a great deal of money. And
Sorry,
it's
Jerry.
so not that it matters, but I wish to pass that on. Anyway,
Tell your mother I said hi.
seems that we will need to up our game a little bit. Give you some opponents worth your your talent. If you wish to proceed ahead, do be advised that the rooms that you are currently in will explode in a most intense fashion if you decide to remain. So please move on ahead to the next area here. And
Can I go get my hammer first?
yes, by all means. You do have a little bit of time.
You be advised that we are in a particular skill set.
Yes. I've seen that film as well. It is not as clever as you think. Now,
There will not be a place you will.
Yes. I have been told this by many a large, oily, muscular man, and it has not come true to date. So
My mullet takes bigger shits than you.
you have not seen the sort of shits that I can produce after a good dinner of great.
Language.
But I advise you to keep talking your smack, sir, and we will see who gets the last laugh.
All right. I think it's down the hall to.
Yeah,
I go and take a huge shit in the corner. The whole time, just flip off the camera. I learned this in prison.
Oh, don't you worry, Mr. Bologna. We had a wager on that as well. And now your lawyer Jerry has won back some of the funds that
Thank you, Jerry.
he has lost. I was skeptical when he proposed betting on whether you would take a shit on my floor or not. But it seems that he had a good estimation of your character. So,
I get my hammer.
Moving down the hall.
I wipe my ass with a dead guy's hand.
That boy more dirtier than a Rougarou.
And I try real hard not to get poop on my hand by making his poopy hand do this.
Mr. Jerry Esquire also bet that you would do that. So
you're welcome, Jerry.
Things are going much better for him.
Oh,
now,
no.
now that as you proceed into the next
some
area,
water, some soap.
It's a more open area. You're still on like the fourth floor of this building, as far as you can tell, or you're up a few stories. But it's a big, wide open kind of maybe a warehouse sort of area. Around the edges of the space are a bunch of it's like fenced off like areas, probably for like secure storage. There's nothing in most of them, but you can see in some of them there's like some of those big containers that hold water on like job sites and stuff, or oil, things like that. And just wood scraps and piles of indeterminate junk covered in tarps in some of these like cages around the perimeter. Some of them are locked, some of them aren't. And then there's an upper level with sort of a similar arrangement, but a little more open. And that is when you hear what sounds like a sports car revving its engine.
Sounds like we might get a chance to throw that car at some people after all, baby Kate.
So you hear an engine revving, and all of a sudden you just hear this car like peeling out and accelerating. And you notice at the opposite end of the room you're in, which by the way, once you entered, a steel shutter came down, so you can't go back the way you came. On the other end of this room is a similar door, but it's wood. And a car bursts through this wooden door and is driving directly at you. Just before it hits you, you can't see the driver at all. It's totally blacked out, covered in like mesh and stuff. So there's no glass that you can easily access. The driver hooks the wheel over real hard and whips the tail of the car at you and actually knocks you all over. Now, this driver was so good that while it hurt, it didn't do any more damage to you than if somebody had just kind of come up and shoved you. And at that point, he peels off down to the other end of the area and starts revving his engine. Also, up above the area on the second level, you see a man with a long ponytail carrying two swords and another person, you think, who almost looks like a beetle from a distance. And the closer you look, the more you realize that he's wearing some kind of like full body armor.
That's not where my brain went. I was thinking John George or Ringo. Your version makes more sense in this context.
So yes, but he almost he's covered in this kind of round overlapping armor. You can't see a face at all. It's like a shiny kind of a purplish black, this armor. And they're up on the upper level, and there's a third guy up there who's looks really disheveled. He's got long, stringy hair, balding a lot, really skinny and emaciated. Just kind of wearing almost like a toga sort of deal. You can maybe wait. It's a tank top and sweatpants, but he's also got big, basically metal claws on his hands.
And I like those sweatpants.
Kind of all crouched down. And at this point, the speakers crackle to life again and say, "Well, the cannon fodder apparently was just a little bit too easy for you. So we're gonna send in some of the big guns. I hope you all have fun."
You're like Southern Jack Palance there for a second. Send in the big guns.
And at this point, the three guys on the upper level jump down and start coming at you, and the car also revs its engine and starts, burning rubber.
All right.
And just kind of sitting there on the other end of the room.
I want to throw this fucking homemade sledgehammer end over end at the front of that car as hard as I can.
The car.
Give me with a roll.
Oh shit! I've rolled too well. I needed to roll bad earlier. 7. So I missed.
You missed. So the sledgehammer does hit the car, but it doesn't actually do anything. It just kind of pings off.
Oh no!
And you see you hear, and you can't quite tell from the angle that you're at, but it sounds like the car window is rolling down.
Just a middle finger as it drives by.
Gloved hand comes out, yeah. Just and then it rolls back up.
Fair. Oh, hey, I'm down to 7 now. Okay, cool.
All right, what's the rest of y'all doing? These three guys are coming at you. The guy on the armor is moving pretty slow because he's covered in a ton of fucking metal. But the other two are moving pretty quick.
I'm gonna pull out my survival knife, which is unnecessarily the same size as my forearm.
He's gonna cut him 3 ways, long, deep, and wide.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call my shot and be like, "You, manicure, let's dance."
At that, the claw guy and runs at you kind of on all fours, really low.
So as he closes the distance, all I'm going to try to do is ram the knife square in his head.
All right, give me your roll.
This definitely has to be kicking butt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to roll dice when you've got a knife as big as your forearm.
Yeah.
Well, I have a little tiny table, so they always roll off. Oh, it's 10.
Oh shit. Yeah. That works. You literally just whip that knife straight into his dome, and he goes down. The sword guy sees this and is kind of like, "Oh," and the loudspeaker once again crackles to life. Shit. Let's see if we got anybody else for you, Mr. Lockrock, who may be able to provide an adequate challenge.
I also walk over and stick my foot on the dude's head while I pull my knife out to retrieve it.
Deeply unexpected. All right. So what are the rest of you doing?
The other 2 guys, what kind of weapons? One of them has swords.
One of them has swords that you can see. The other guy is just armored at this point.
Okay.
And then there's the car.
I'm thinking flamethrower.
Say that again.
I'm thinking flamethrower.
I say, these couillons fil de putains don't give me the frissons, and I run after the car, and try to jump on top of it and dig my knife into the top so I can like ride it like a gator. Yeah.
All right, kick some ass. Give me a roll.
Very good.
Very good.
I don't roll a 1, y'all. I don't roll a 1.
All right, so you lose a stick as you run at the car and try and dig your knives in. They literally they don't go in. Like whatever this car is made out of, it's knife proof, more or less. And the driver essentially lets you get enough of a grip so that you're on there while he drives, and then he just slams the brakes on and throws you off, just kind of off into, not into a wall or anything, but just kind of off into the, the side while he whips around, and he's just kind of driving around now.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna fade dodo from that one.
The guy with the swords. I'm going to pull out another gun and say, you never bring a knife to a gunfight, and I'd hate to shoot an unarmed man. And I take it and I throw it over to him.
All right. So he pauses, as he sees you pull the gun out. And when you throw it to him, he catches it in one hand.
I shoot him before he catches it. It's like dodgeball where you throw the ball and then you shoot him in the face. You dumb son of a bitch. Pow.
All right, roll it.
Come on, Swords McGee. What the hell are you doing? Hey, I rolled a 7, which is what I need, right? 7 or above?
Yeah.
I assume that's kicking ass?
Yep. Where did you say you were shooting him?
Right in the face. You don't take any chances. This ain't American Ninja Warrior with the we can't shoot and you ain't got no guns. This is a snuff film, and I ain't aiming to get snuffed, right?
Yeah, no,
watch him die.
It works. You shoot him directly in the face, and he just kind of crumples down. So he's got his swords there, and
don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Free swords.
So I think
for him. What is What is Cab up to here?
Cab.
Car.
Cab, I think the name like Cab Toyota thought you've been hit by a car a few times. And so I think he instinctually like ragdoll, and so he sort of like has lightly rolled to the side, and he gets up and he kind of follows Badger in a way, but he goes a different route. He goes kind of around the back, and he's gonna open up the trunk and get inside.
All right. That's not kicking ass. So make me a roll. Let's see if you pull it off.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 6, and I have 8.
Yep, you succeeded. Then you managed to, use DVD player remnants or whatever else you've got on you, a Coors tab or something, to pop open the trunk and climb inside. So you're now in the trunk of the car. You can see through. There's the back seats and the gap because they fold down. You can see like a red glow kind of coming through, and now you realize that you couldn't hear it from outside, but now on the inside you hear some very sort of techno sort of music going on the inside of this vehicle.
Who should we run over next, Michael?
All right, so you're inside the trunk. What do you want to do?
Cat, the name like Cab Toyota thought you've been in the trunk of a car a few times. So Cab is going to he's going to push down the seats and crawl out into the back seat, and then he is going to lay in wait.
Okay.
And whenever the car starts to drive again, like they get a bit of momentum, he's going to reach around the
let's start with the
sides of the driver's seat and be like, just like tickle the guy's sides really hard, so it,
let's start with
the goal.
A roll to see if you manage to get into the back seat without alerting the driver.
Sure. 7. Yeah, he does.
All right, so you are currently laying in wait in the back seat. All right, we will come back to you then. As I don't know if anybody else noticed this or not. You can tell me if you did or not.
I have not, but I'm going to scoop up Manicure.
Okay.
And I'm going to heave him head first at the car window as it comes past.
All right, make me a roll. Kick some ass.
That would be a 1. I did not kick ass.
Again, the car is also claw glove proof, apparently. And he just kind of falls off and slumps down, being a corpse and all that stuff. And the car doesn't even seem to notice that you did it. But it is what it is. Mr. Jerkins.
Yeah, we just got Mr. Armor Friend.
Armor friend in the car. And the armor guy is slowly making his way towards you.
Well, this presents a problem. How about this? He reaches behind, he pulls out a little fifth of whiskey, and then pulls out his handkerchief and does a little dunky dunk, and then pulls it up to his cigar and says, "Catch." And throws it over to the guy in the armor.
All right, make me a roll.
Did not kick ass.
Well, so it hits him, and it works. He's on fire. He just doesn't give a shit. So now he's just there's a moment where he's just like, and then he's like, oh yeah, and then just keeps coming towards you again. And now he's just a burning armored bugman thing.
And he doesn't have a gun, or it's just
not that you can see. No.
Okay, no. He's just a heavily armored
dude.
Yeah, he's just armored. And so he works his way over to you now on fire, and is basically very dismissively just kind of backhands you, Ed, knocking you into the the nearest wall or onto the ground, whatever you're close to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then turns his attention to the rest of the people who are still mobile. So since you're back, Colin, we'll say he's headed to Badger now. So the armored guy is now on fire, and is coming towards you. What do you want to do?
I think what I'm gonna do is take out my little throwing knives, and I'm gonna make them pop up, each one, 4 of them for each little finger I got, and throw them out at them.
All right.
When I do that, I say, you're gonna end up like a real sauce piquant.
roll that dice for me.
You done got it. Hey, I got an 8, and I have only 7 gum.
Oh shit! So,
Oh wait, no, I think I got 6 gum, and I rolled an 8. Yeah, I got 6.
The knives don't actually penetrate the armor. A couple of them do stick kind of along what you think is like the neckline of it, and are kind of stuck in there. And then some of the other ones actually manage to work their way in on a couple of the joints. So his left arm, you start to see blood. So there had to be weaker points for movement. So his left arm does now appear to be useless, thanks to these knives. And he's pissed. So he is going to run at you as fast as he can, which isn't super fast, but fast enough. And just try and give you a big overhand punch. What do you want to do, Colin?
Okay. Well, I've been charged at by gators, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of try to slide on my knees across the ground, and as I go by him, I'm gonna say "Tone me shiins," which means WTF.
All right, roll that. We're gonna say it's
Okay,
because you're.
here we go. We're gonna roll this.
You biffed it.
Biffed it. I got a 5.
Well, all right. So you're down another bubble gum. He does manage to connect. You duck a little bit out of the way so he doesn't just hit you square in the top of the freaking head with his giant metal fist. He catches you more in like the torso, and you're definitely knocked down and back, but it didn't hurt near as much as it could have if he had connected square. So he's starting, and he's staggering a little bit. You can tell he's losing blood, and he's still on fire. So
I say, Houston, we got a tracker. That's a problem.
All right. So, baby cakes. The sword guy is dead. There are swords on the ground. The claw guy is dead with a knife in his face.
I expected these things to happen.
Armored guy is now on fire, and his left arm is useless, but he is still moving and just knocked Badger down. And also Ed. You don't know where Cab is, and Flintlock has recently thrown the dead claw guy at the car, which did nothing. The car is driving around. So since you've been gone for a minute, what would you like to do given that situation?
I want to sneak up on Armor Guy who's on fire and avoid the fire, but I want to hurl him at that fucking car.
All right, roll it.
I need to roll. I need to roll 7 or better. Okay. Oh, now I rolled a 7 last time. Now watch like a roll a 3. 8.
8. So yeah, you you manage to do this. You come up behind him. He's moving pretty slow, and he's distracted from the fact that he's got knives in his arm, and had just knocked the shit out of Colin. So you pick him up. You've got him in a gorilla press, essentially, and the car is kind of just
When I do that, you can hear me quietly going, be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive.
And so now that you've got him up, the car guy has seemed to realize what's happening and is driving like directly at you. Cab, you can see over the shoulder of the driver. What is happening here? What do you want to do anything here, or do you just want to let this play?
It's time to tickle that driver.
Yes, Cab managed to sneak into the trunk of the car.
Yeah, he's like digs one hand into like the side and one hand into like an armpit. It's just like
every time this weekend, I think I've heard the best weird shit. Someone's like, "Hold my beer."
All right, so you manage. So yes, Baby Cakes, you throw Armor Guy at the car, just as you start tickling the driver, Cab, and instead of driving directly into Baby Cakes and the Armored Guy, the driver's kind of, he's like, oh shit, and swerves. And when the Armored Guy lands, he essentially lands directly on the driver's side of the car. You're in there, you're fine, but you can tell that this guy is now trapped under Armored Guy and crushed, Night 2000 car, and is now also on fire.
Is the car on fire now from the interior?
The car is starting to burn. It is still moving rapidly. What would you like to do, Cab?
I was just gonna open the passenger, the door, the back door, and like roll out. Just
all right. Well, that sounds
with a name like Cap Toyota.
Yes, that sounds pretty. I mean, that sounds pretty easy. So, you're not like you're necessarily kicking ass. So yeah, give me a roll and let's see how you do.
Okay.
Me, it sounds ludicrous because he's rolling out.
Yeah.
I do like that every move is preceded by you saying, with a name like Cab Toyota.
Listen, with a name like Cap Toyota, you need to use the name Cap Toyota. I rolled a 1, so I wasn't
you can expect savings.
You succeeded. Yeah, you roll out, do a little tuck and roll. You don't actually stand up, but you kind of come back out of the roll and you're just sitting there with your beer. All right, so now that you're out of the car, it drives fully into a wall and is on fire and is exploding. And the loudspeakers crackle back to life again. And shit. Well, oh, man, I am going to lose so much goddamn money on this. All right. We have one last little surprise for you all.
Is it your mom? Because we already had her.
Oh, my mother is a saint and dead. And
yeah, we know.
I'm down there myself. And
dang, Flintlock, you a real Brigon.
Hey, when this is all over, we can go down to Louisiana and have some of those beige nuts that I've heard so much about.
Oh
yeah! Oh heck yeah! It's gonna be a real Fay Dodo.
You already used that one, you lazy son of a bitch.
Hey, okay, hold on.
Fay Dodo, is that like a fairy extinct bird?
Nah, that means we're gonna have a real good time. my pov bet.
All right. So off in the distance, you now hear dirt bikes, and shortly thereafter, about 6 dirt bikes with 2 people each on them drive into the area, jumping down from the top area, and you can see that each of them has a driver, and on riding behind each of them is somebody else carrying a weapon of some sort. Still no guns, but one of them's got like a morning star. Someone's got like a pike, and they're just they're coming at you.
So there's still some dead bodies lying around, right?
Oh yeah, there's dead bodies. There's a car. There's an armored guy who
is in a burning car.
Yeah, who may or may not be alive.
I'll grab the nearest body and throw it like a craft service table.
All right, roll it.
9.
All right, you whip that body. It hits the front of one of the dirt bikes, and then its limbs get all tangled up in the wheel, and that thing just essentially flips over and explodes. The 2 guys on it are done. What did you say the name of the guy was that you were in prison with, Ben?
Matthew. His last name was Pooh. That's all I remember. That was the joke. It was like Chinlaw Pooh or something like that. I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
That's fine, and that's fine. But
I'll put it in the chat as Chinlaw Pooh.
He is now standing atop on the upper level, looking.
No, I will not fight my brother.
We were never brothers.
He's probably mad that I even did this move. And Baby Cake said they were super tight. They probably weren't, but in his mind, they were like thick as thieves.
You made every day of prison hell, and it was already fucking prison. You lumbering oaf. When they came to me with this, the opportunity to kill you, I said, I don't even want the money.
These are just the words of John.
Give it to me, but I don't want it.
In your mouth.
You're going to pay me, but you wouldn't have to.
Remember the pinky swear we made?
I don't remember that at all.
You were asleep.
But
in theory and in reality, it still counts.
You touched my hand while I was asleep.
I washed it first.
It's no. What the
Remember
fuck?
that time you pissed yourself in bed?
Oh,
that was the test wash.
This is oh my god. All right. No, you will die.
I will not fight you, my brother.
He leaps down and starts charging you. He kind of looks like Bolo Yoon.
Oh yeah.
In the meantime, dirt bike guys are still driving all around. What do you want to do?
Flintlock is just going to go playground tactics. He's going to pick up one of the swords the one dude had.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to stand in front of a bike as it comes towards him. And right before it gets to him, he's going to step to the non-weapon side and run the sword through the front tire. Navy SEAL training not required. Playground tactics.
Roll it.
10.
All right. So yeah, you take that bike out easily. Both the guys on it are down. Badger.
I'm gonna try to jump on the back of one of these, and I'm gonna tell the guy that he's a real putan and he smells like quail, and I'm gonna put him in a headlock, y'all.
All right.
And then try to take over the bike.
Yeah.
Okay. 9, sir.
All right, you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
yourself a dirt bike. You've got yourself a dirt bike and a dirt bike driver that you may do with as you see fit.
I snap
Or-
his neck real quick, and then I look deadly right in the Jerkin's eyes, and I say, "Vate and I rev it up. Shoot up.
I love the suaveness and the and just like the whole vibe that Badger Longstone has. We're like, yep, we're having a good time. This is what happens on that Tuesday.
All right, Cab.
Cab is going to go. Cab is going to go up to one of the overturned bikes. He's gonna like upright it. He's gonna kind of shove the former driver forward and sort of like sort of bend them over the handlebars with their fists out like this. And then he's gonna he's gonna drive the bike into the other bike fist first.
All right, that kicks so much ass. So get with the roll.
He's almost certainly gonna fail this, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, that's a 5. It's 5.
So you try this, and you're just driving a man into a motorcycle. So as soon as his fists hit the other motorcycle, kind of crumples, and you both kind of fall off. The bike is fine, but the other bike just kind of wobbles a bit and then takes off. Ed?
Well, the reason they don't call me Bikeathon.
How many bike boys do we have left?
Let's say 3.
I think that as we feel like we're near the end game, Ed is going to pull out his finest gun. It's got a beautiful bright pink mother of pearl inlay, and it's got a little capsule on the top that he like pops, and like this dust like comes down the hilt, and he goes, "A little pink flamingo for the boys," and he just goes.
I love that we're all from wildly different action movies.
All right,
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing anything but shooting people. This is all Ed Jerkins Jr. does, and he does it well. Snorts Kool-Aid, and he gets after shooting people in the face, you know. And then he says, "Oh yeah, that's a 9, baby."
All right, so you managed to, you just shoot either between directly shooting these guys in vital areas, or in the case of 2 of the dirt bikes, you just shoot them in the gas tank and they explode. All the bike guys are down. We've just got whatever Chien Poo or whatever you decide his name was.
I was like, what if his name is Chin Lu Poo? Because I think that's what it was. And what if he's not even Asian? And I was like, what if he was played by Sven Olafsson? Yeah. I was like, this, and maybe he just has a bowl cut and like badly painted on eyebrows.
Well,
Oh no!
Hey, it's a bad 80s movie. That's some shit that probably occurred.
No, you're right. It works.
it is, but no.
We're moving forward, not backward.
Yes. Is actually portrayed by a man of Asian descent. But
which I do love the fact that you pulled out Bolo Young. I love.
So all of you essentially are in the clear, except for Baby Cakes, and
this is where I must stand alone, brothers.
Chin is coming at you, and as he gets closer, he kind of does like a parkour thing, goes a little bit up, and then he comes at you jumping off the wall with a full Macho Man elbow drop coming towards you. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hug him, but not like bear hug him. I'm gonna like both arms like brotherly hug him. No.
So I'm just gonna give you that one. He is now in your arms. He is struggling mightily. What?
Remember that time we had lasagna in the cafeteria and I snuck a bottle of hot sauce in my rectum just for you?
What even is that smell? How are you damp and sticky at the same time?
Baby cakes, baby cakes, baby cakes, baby cakes.
So you've kind of got him at your mercy. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hug him. I'm gonna love him, and I am going to make sure that he knows that I truly think of him as a brother, the only brother I've ever known.
All right. Well, so while you're doing this,
Let go of your anger,
struggling and kind of you might be squeezing him a little too tight because he's
George. No, not George.
kind of fading. He's
I
not.
will
He's
love him
not.
and pet him, and I will feed him lasagna in the cafeteria.
You start to hear. You start to hear sirens and helicopters.
Oh shit! It's the fuzz. I run while holding him because I don't want either one of us to go back to prison.
I'm just gonna yell. We said y'all had to tell us if you were the cops. You can't do this to us. This is entrapment.
This is entrapment.
And the speakers crackle of life once again. Well, this has gone just awfully. So I'm going to cut my losses and blow this entire place up. So good luck to each and every one of you. And I hope that I never see any of you again. And off in the distance, you start to hear.
What about the laser disc player?
The explosions start to happen. What are you going to do? You do still have a couple of dirt bikes.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there a window? Is there like a large plate glass window?
Yes, absolutely.
Preferably being carried by two men on a narrow road.
Yeah, you can make that happen. You can absolutely just split yourselves up amongst those dirt bikes and jump the hell out of the side of the building.
Yeah, Cab's gonna do that. I want to think that the flaming car is sort of like in the way of the window, so we have a little like ramp. We can drive up the flaming car,
of course,
and out the window. Perfect.
All right, yes. So you spectacularly do that, except for Baby Cakes, who just leaps out while still hugging.
I'm gonna turn my back, so I use the metal door to protect myself from the explosion.
All right. So yes, you managed to do that. You land on Chin, who is still alive but feeling the worse for wear. At which point, police cars, motorcycles, helicopters, they all just kind of descend on you and surround you. You manage to kind of explain what's going on and what happened. They don't really believe you, but you're not in any kind of trouble yet. They'll probably take you into custody. And off in the distance, you see a semi-truck kind of pulling away. And it gets pulled over because they're like, what the hell is this thing doing leaving this area? And they bring the occupants over. And it's a number of well-dressed, people in like evening wear, obviously well-to-do.
Is my lawyer there?
Yes, Jerry is there.
I will go, hi, Jerry.
I hate you so much. And a man in a white suit with a black shirt and kind of a cowboy hat. You all have ruined my entire life. And he is livid as they grab him, and put him into the back of a police car and pulls away.
I really wanted.
But before he pulls away, I go, "Don't worry, I'll look in on your mom."
They closed the door before he can get anything out, and kind of like turning around and like banging on the window, like just angry as all get out. So the police have apparently realized that this was not your doing, and all of the corpses were, that was self-defense. So you do manage to, explain yourselves, and they set you all free. And you can go about whatever your lives are. Meanwhile, the
Oh
police
no!
drives away
No, Matt, you
the
have to do
mastermind.
the voice correctly if you're going to do the meanwhile.
with
You cannot do. I get too much shit. You've got to do it too.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
so yes, the car pulls over alongside a very nice Mercedes Benz, and the mastermind gets out, kind of dusts himself off, and says, "I appreciate your assistance and service today." Here you are, and he hands both of the cops just a massive roll of money. Gets into the back of the limo, or the Mercedes Benz. Pours himself a drink from the built-in bar, and then it drives away, and we fade to black. So there we go. That was all Outta Bubblegum, everybody. Please join
Yay.
Ben shortly here for what will undoubtedly be some insane adventures in the land of Oz. Please donate to No One's United for Extra Life. We would love any help you can give us, and we appreciate everybody watching, playing, participating this weekend. It's been a real pleasure. Yeah, that's me.
Matt, you killed
We're
it.
at nearly 90% of our goal. So if you
Hell
can
yeah,
help
get us that last 10%, everybody.
there, baby.
Mhm.
Donations are open through the end of the year. All the funds stay local, fund critical treatments, healthcare services, pediatric medical environment, charitable care for kids and their families. So
Throw in an extra $1 or $2 for me because I've got to go out to my in-laws right now. So
Matt, you killed it. You
Dude,
killed
Yeah,
remember that dodgeball trick? Throw it up there and then just right in the face.
No, thank you to everybody. This is, as always, a very collaborative thing, and I appreciate when everybody can get into the same vibe and play off each other. This was wonderful. Thank you, all of you, for this. It's always a joy. So, yes, give everybody that big baby cakes Bronson bologna hug.
We love to see it.
And we
All
all
right.
have mullets.
That's it for me, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your extra life, and I will talk to you soon.
it. Bye, my
Bye.
friend.
Bye.
Bye.